Hey, there we go. Yeah, this is try number two. Hey, there we go. Yeah, this is try number two because apparently the newer launching system or whatever it's called does not like my headset and does not pick up my headphones, which is perfectly fine. That just means I won't use that very often because my dog ate my headset. Um, I showed it, but I came home from work and I went to plug my headset back in, and he trots up to me and hands me the auxiliary cables. This is what having a puppy that teething does. Hello, Star Dancer and Dare Girl. Hi, both of you. I've missed you both. Yeah. So, yeah, my headphones became a chew toy. He has other chew toys, but he has an affinity to chew on things that are more rubbery. And apparently, my auxiliary cords were rubbery enough for him. Uh, I'm sorry I haven't posted anything that this week. It's been a very stressful and long week. Have you also noticed? I've decided to change my hair again. That's normally a sign of Loki needs to pull some kind of control back in her life. So now my hair looks like it's a little bit of an aqua misty green blue mix. So, uh, yeah. um, it's been a very interesting week, to say the least. I ended up calling into work today because I needed a de-stress day. Um, it's kind of nice to see two people pop in my chat. Thank you so much for coming and saying hi to me. We were talking to each other and saw you. Yay! I've been seen. Um, it's uh, it's one of those weeks where a few things are a good thing and a few things are a bad thing. The bad thing was my headphones became a chew toy. Good thing is one of my spells worked. Um, I'm all thinking about damn time. It actually started on Friday. Last Friday, I had to deal with a very difficult coworker. I had to inform them. Your child has your phone. Yeah, my child eats things because it's a dog. I hate to say it. You're lucky you have a moving child that probably is a lot more easier to control and keep things out of their mouth. Um, but my coworker, she didn't have her radio on. I informed her that she should have it on before she leaves facilities. That people have gotten fired over less, but she would probably do nothing more but have to take a class or get talked to or maybe get a write up like everyone else. Of course, the only thing she heard was fired. And her methed out brain caused her to throw a huge hissy fit over said radio, where it's recorded. And she said, fuck and shit, pussy and stupid faggot twice. But all the other things she said a lot more than twice. And when she said stupid faggot, she was saying, Crystal, that stupid faggot. So, one, my work does not tolerate that. Uh, well, the swearing thing they would just send you to a class for, but the other thing they don't. Um, so she was called in on Monday, and she was talked to by our boss, which him coming over the radio kind of gave me anxiety as well. And she was told she will come back when they decide, and if they decide in a meeting. Well, our contracts came up on Thursday. I signed mine. The only one that wasn't in the pile was hers. And we get those, they get those about a good 2-3 days in advance before we sign them. So they didn't even bother putting hers up. best bet is that she is gone. And the main reason why I actually did do something against her was for almost 3 years, this girl has been getting away with pretty much doing nothing or the bare minimum, to the point of coming to me and saying, I don't know how to do this, after I've explained it 5 times to her in the last 20 minutes. Or apologizing profusely when she screws up, or disappearing during her shift, or don't get me wrong, I have nothing wrong with people who have mental health issues. I have nothing wrong with people that have schizophrenia or any of that. But when you're sitting there under your breath calling people names and talking to yourself and saying very vulgar things about your coworkers when you think they're not listening, and then you blame it on schizophrenia, there's a problem, because we all know she was faking that part, or she was so methed out that she believed that it was okay to do this. This is not the first time she's called me a stupid faggot. And first time I told my former lead, not my lead, but the lead, and then he told his higher up, and it died there because she was being protected by her mother. This time I went straight to HR and diversity. The upside about diversity: I'm a out lesbian woman. Yeah, those are fun little titles. And I am one of the only lesbians in facilities. Soren is seen as transgender. So guess what? She was discriminating, especially when she made it straight towards me. And it was recorded. So this time I had a lot more proof. So I talked to diversity about that. And we also talked to them about other things that hopefully will get addressed and fixed. The spell I did on her, it was about 3 months back, actually. And it was around the same time that Zabora helped me with the hot foot powder for a certain person. And we just haven't been able to lay that down yet. But I found another one called Slip Up. This one was a very interesting little one because it involved dried banana peel, which I've never done before. So I'm glad I had a one of those dehumidifier fruit thingies that dehydrators. That's what it was called. So I ended up grinding that up, mixing that with incense and a few other things, and doing the smoke spell for that, which ground banana peel does not smell very good. I was glad I did that one outside. But it was ground banana peel, my banishing powder, and of course, a white candle that I purposed for it. And I carved her name, her first and last name, to the candle, because it was meant for her. It got smeared with the stuff, lit, and then the powder got lit as an incense. And I was very happy I did that one outside because, like I said, it stank. And that was actually a warning on the thing, was this will stink. And it worked. She slipped up big time. And it was by blowing up on the radio and saying what she said. And I kind of don't want to repeat some of the words she said because I don't even say some of those words that she said. I mean, she also threw out a couple of racial slurs that I don't know why she would. Try devil's dung is worse. I'm going to look that up because I actually want some of that. That actually sounds like something great to use in a spell. It's kind of interesting how things work and how you have to let things take time. And I'm willing to let spells and everything else take time, and that's what they're supposed to do. And it worked out well. I mean, I don't wish any ill will towards her, and I hope her luck in the future. But when you're going to be a shitty person, shitty things will happen. Um, I hopefully will be fine by Monday. It's just that and other stresses with the apartment complex. Even though we are still actively looking to move, and our stuff is mostly in boxes besides what's behind me and next to me. Because we have to get more totes, actually. We've acquired more crap than we expected. We still have to do walkthroughs and stuff like that with this apartment. And it's our yearly walkthrough, so that has been a little stressful because we have to take the cats and pup somewhere because they are not on our lease yet. Pup, on the other hand, will be on this month-to-month thing as my service animal for mobility and anxiety, mostly mobility because he's getting me to go on more walks, which is a good thing for my health. And he's kind of upset with me today because it started raining, and with mommy having a migraine, he couldn't go and play with his sister today, Clementine, which my friend owns. And they couldn't go to the park and play and run around and be little heathen puppies. So unfortunately, he's been somewhat cooped up inside. We've gone outside to go to the bathroom, and he's been sad because he doesn't get to play. So he's now laying on my foot every so often doing a puppy huff or sigh because he's sad. I understand. You're 5. But stress is a bad thing, and it was getting to me this week, and like I said, I apologize. Yes, he is a poor, sad little baby. He is so neglected, aren't you? He just gave me the look of, really, Mom, give me treats. But upside is the banana peel spell worked. I am interested to see how well the hot foot spell works. But we added fuel to that fire by going to diversity. Excuse me. And that's what pretty much today was going to be. I ended up, after Clementine's mommy had to cancel because of the rain, I was going to end up canceling because of the migraine. I took a very long nap because he's at the stage where he can run around the living room and he will go to the bathroom on his wee pads now, so yay. But he doesn't whine at the door until he gets to the point of he wants attention. And the cat is done with him. When a cat gets done with him, it's funny. But I was able to get some sleep, get out of my head, do a little meditation, fun little things like that today, and it helped. And tomorrow is going to be full of cleaning this apartment. Friends coming over. We're doing a huge spaghetti dinner. And Sunday I'm going into Portland because I need to, and then the rest of the week is going to be very making sure everything is upkeep and nice and that we don't have to worry. I will be doing the carpets too. Yes, actually, we have an entire bottle of lavender spray, and we have a small bottle of lavender oil. The oil goes into a diffuser that stays in our bedroom, and if we use it, we kick the cats out. And we don't let the dog in because sometimes certain oils will trigger a problem in an animal. The lavender spray that we have that has lavender oil in it, but not a lot, actually we've sprayed on the puppy stuff, and it helps calm him down quickly. He loves the smell of lavender, so that's a plus. But the oil that I do put in the diffuser is amazing. And it does help, and it's also something that helps me get to sleep when I have a migraine. I have actually a lot of amethyst, and a lot of it's in a couple of boxes that I've already packed because I put my stuff I don't normally use into boxes already. I'm a smart witch. Um, but I do need a lot more amethyst around my house, and when we move, that's one thing that we're going to get a lot more of is stuff to hang that actually has stones that we like. Because we'll have our own house and we can decorate how we want to. One big change that we did make when we were packing stuff and moving stuff and getting my apartment back from people being here is we actually moved Hades' altar from beside the computer stand to the back wall behind me. And so we shifted all my rings and everything over by Soren's computer. And so directly behind me, you can see Hades' altar. That is Soren's altar. That is their baby. And then the other one on my other side is Our Lady Death's with a chair in front of it at the media moment, because where the hell else are we going to put a chair? But we have those two more accessible now. And it actually gave us a little bit more balance and room in our living room. We're looking forward to getting out of here, though. So we've been doing different find home spells and saving free money our way spells, and that's where the spell talk is coming in. I have tried different spells. I've tried the lucky money spell, which is an interesting one, to say the least. I've never had to use so many green candles in my life, and my God likes green. So that's saying something. And the lucky money spell was a very interesting one to do. Yes, Pinterest is a very good place to do stuff like that, and I should really post some of my stuff on Pinterest, but I tend to get distracted when I'm on Pinterest. ADD people, I has it. I know I did another one called Raining Cash, which was really interesting, and I had to do it on a rainy day, which worked out pretty well because I live in Washington. That one involved green herb, which I have plenty of dried mint, and my mint plant is still giving, along with sage and a few other things. And it was a very messy spell that involved having to take a shower afterwards because standing out in the rain and getting cold and wet and doing all that was interesting. That one, obviously, I can't light a candle in the rain. I had to pretty much send the rain to California, please. I've been trying. Apparently, my go away rain spell doesn't work right now. It's saying no, climate has different ideas. Don't want to fuck with Mother Nature when Mother Nature wants to do a certain thing. I have learned that the hard way. When Mother Nature has ideas, she has ideas. But there's been two houses that at first we were like, those are perfect and we love and everything like that. But then we go and find out more information, such as 2 pets only rule or no dogs, including service dogs, which granted you would think because they're a service animal that they're allowed. There are some places, if they have a strict no certain pet policy or no pet policy, they can deny renting to somebody who has a service animal. It is a very gray area because they've had to have this policy, the no pet policy, for more than 5 years. And if they've had it for more than 5 years, then you're SOL'd. If they've had it for less, they have to do it. And that actually means their company has to have it, not the per se their property. And I've learned a lot of things about that because of Cerberus and everything like that. But there is one place that they still have the condo for rent, and they've been trying to find people for it for the last 3 months. I did talk to the realtor company in charge of it, and I asked them why it's so low for a 3-bedroom to begin with, why they're not taking a pet deposit but are willing to take any pet, and why it's been on the market for so long and have such a high turnover rate. They told me that what they were told by the property manager is they just have been having trouble keeping people in it. So that is a one unit that they have went down from $2,500 to $1,600. And that is actually in for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, upstairs, downstairs apartment with a garage and a island kitchen. So basically it's a big kitchen with an island in it. That's what I'm thinking, because they can't give out full details of why. So I'm thinking it might be so. In my mind, I'm going, yeah. I have never had a problem living in haunted houses or haunted places. It just gives me more things to have fun doing spells. Hi, Lady Witchy. Witcha. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. What makes me smile is the fact that I enjoy places like that. I've lived in haunted places, or at least with poltergeist activity. I mean, for crying out loud, I live close to a graveyard right now, and I use my spirit board a lot. But then again, I also know what I'm doing, and I also know how to banish things that are a pain in the butt. I know how to seal things. I know how to live with things like that. I mean, sometimes we have random things that fly in the kitchen. So I have child safety locks on my cupboards because of that. I am not liking having to walk into a kitchen when my cupboard opens and a glass flies out of it and smashes in the wall. So therefore, there's a child safety lock on that cupboard now. I mean, I normally don't. It doesn't bother me. It's something that I'm looking at it as their loss in my game, because that condo is actually very beautiful. Hi, dear. I'm live streaming. So, oh, you actually have a shirt on. I love you. I'll be done in a little bit, I promise. And then we'll go get food. Huh? Hold on. I'm going to go black real quick. Yeah, you can. Run to your computer. Anything. And I will actually turn my computer. I had it facing this way so it wouldn't face the bedroom. And there. The Soren is now happy by their computer. This is why I actually have a strip of paper that is covering my camera, because the Mac camera likes to click on sometimes. They just woke up. They also took today off of work because they weren't feeling well. But yeah, tummy problems and stress was getting to them too. If I'm stressed or upset, it normally, they're empathetic to me, surprisingly enough, but very few other people. Maybe their mom. Yeah, you sometimes are empathetic to your mom. So yay. But like you're saying about this place, it's a beautiful place. It has a biggish backyard area that I can do herb. I asked them if I could do plants, and they were like, yes, please. It is fenced in, so the dog has plenty of room to run around. And it does have an outside hose hookup, so I can just, if he pees on the porch area, I can just blast it off with the hose. So that's an up. And the fact that they are probably having it at this rate because of that makes me happy. So I may be potentially moving into a active haunted location, which is fun to me. Because yeah, it'll be fun. Hell, haven't had any problem with them that much in Washington, so. But they said that we have to have at least 4,000 to move in, and that's just to cover the deposit and to cover any little details before moving in, including the applications. So with my credit, it won't be a problem. Soren's is decent right now. Our other friend's is a little low, but she'll be writing the back of our credit. So it shouldn't be that much of a problem. And they're very eager to get this place out. So I plan to keep you guys posted on that. Because I'm hoping we're out of here by July, early August. Because the 3-bedroom, that means 1 bedroom for me and Soren, 1 bedroom for a friend, and the 3rd bedroom will be turned into a guest room / office. So it'll be a lot easier for me to do my videos where I don't have to take over the living room or take over the dining room area. And Soren has to play the quiet game or headphones watching Netflix. Which right now they're watching a show on Hulu, right? Called The Strain. And they're rooting for the vampires, of course. It's Soren. They like the underdog villains most of the time.
Not the underdog, they're winning.
Okay, they're winning. Though they didn't like what Thanos did. But then again, we're all dust in the wind. So,
theoretically, Thanos is correct. Morally, he's kind of fun.
Yeah. In theory, his idea works. Morally, he's bankrupt. Yes, vampires rule. If you haven't seen Infinity Wars, I apologize. But we kind of all know he gets the stones. It's Thanos. It wouldn't be a Marvel movie without dramaticness. But of course, I made a couple of jokes and found a couple of jokes on the defense of the whole snapping the fingers. Like, your mom was so fat, Thanos snapped her fingers and all she did was lose some weight. Or your mom was so fat that Thanos had to snap his fingers twice and that still didn't work.
Damn.
Yeah. I hang out with some really mean people. Okay. I know it's a good movie. I would suggest going to see it or waiting for it to come out and seeing it or watching a bootleg video of it. Because we all know it's streaming on the internet already. But is there any spells or anything in particular that you guys want to talk about? Because I know there's at least 3 of you. I know one of you will be right back. My Dare lady will be right back. She needed to do something. I apologize again if I'm mispronouncing your guys' names. I mean, Star Dancer, I know how to pronounce yours. It's fairly simple. Certain things I have a problem pronouncing. And I do blame my dyslexia highly on that. You're too far away, Soren. Do you want me to turn the camera so people can see your pretty happy face? They're shaking their head no. Another fun thing I want to touch on is it is Pride Month. Woo! Wave the gay flag. That is currently hanging over my back door. We need to get a transplant pride bag for Soren. Which it has pretty colors on it. But
a non-binary flag.
when it comes to this, as of lately, you've been seeing a lot of bad things in the news about people, gay, straight, colored, non-colored, any of that, dealing with things. And our work had to deal with quite a few things lately. And working at a school, this is a big problem. We had a lockdown after on Friday because a suspect came on campus with a weapon. It was only for 10 minutes, but it was still scary enough for people involved, especially with all the things about the shootings going on. Yay! Lady, you make me happy. Um, but also they had the the queer prom. Was it last night? Yeah, last night at the college because this whole week was Pride Week for them. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go because Soren had to work and I was at home and I wasn't feeling well to begin with. And they found things in the bathroom pretty much threatening and wanting to boycott and hurt people that go to the prom.
I don't know about hurting. It was protesting.
Well, protesting the prom. And normally, when protests go on, especially when it's against, when it's some of these people, especially with some of the flyers that we've found around the school to begin with, the white pride flyers and the get out all the immigrants, legal or not legal, things that go on that have been posted around the school, that I have found that I've actually almost shredded one thing because I was so angry about it. It is kind of scary because you don't know who out there that is your friend or your classmate or someone like that that has that view, that did that, or that you don't know what people are capable of. When someone says, "Hey, let's protest this," you don't know if someone goes, "I'm going to protest this with this," and comes in with a rifle or comes in with intent to hurt people. And as of lately, that's been the protests that we have seen when it comes to people protesting against gays or against minorities. And it's a very scary thought because this prom has never had a problem. It is one of the events that Clark puts on yearly for not just the Clark people, but for anyone who's ever not been able to go to their prom because of being gay or being trans or just couldn't go to their prom. Another thing about it was that we have teenagers and youth for middle school age kids coming to this because they don't get the chance to go to their own because of fear of being bullied for what they were, or not being able to take their significant other or girlfriend and be out and be, or boyfriend being out and being happy about it. It's been a safe space for teens and adults alike. And it sucks that somebody decided to go and try to ruin it for a bunch of people. And it's also very sad. Um, I I hope that a lot of this stuff stops soon. It A lot of it of people are tying to is because of who our president is.
Not because political.
Honestly, I think it's because people are being assholes, plain and simple, and they have more of a platform in reality to do it. And that is the general, because you're going to have people that are assholes. You're going to have people on both sides of the spectrum, left or right, that are the extreme assholes. Because you have extreme feminism, then you have normal feminism. Blah, 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 blah. You have extreme right wings, and then you have right wings that are just like meh. Left wings extreme, or just meh. It it all depends on who you are. And in the end, oh, huggles. And in the end, everyone has shitty people in their group. We have shitty lesbians. We have shitty gay guys. We have shitty trans people. We have shitty everything in our group. But there's also shitty straight people. There's also shitty white people. There's also shitty you know where I'm going. I do not want to get striked by YouTube. There is shitty people everywhere. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. And what is this? I will open that in a tab. Because apparently I got somebody said something on something. That's why that is muted. I think this is still this live stream, or was this my last one? No, it's this one. Gaia, Mother of Earth, has commented on my video, and it will eventually pop up for me. So, and I do have to agree. But you're gonna have bad people on every side. You're gonna have good Christians. You're gonna have bad Christians. You're gonna have good pagans. You're gonna have bad pagans. So on and so forth. People are nuts. People are crazy. But that is part of life. No one is perfect in this universe. I mean, maybe a cartoon character or two. I like to be a dork there. But on a better note, a lot more things have gotten done because of people being bad people. It brings more things to light. It helps us build a stronger community because it helps us stand stronger together. And you don't have to be part of the LGBTQ to be a strong community. You can be a straight Christian person who wants to just support everyone. Or you can be a straight pagan person who just wants to support everyone. And I appreciate all the allies out there, and you guys get the biggest thanks and the love in the world from me because my mom is my biggest cheerleader on everything. And she has always been. A lot of my friends who may not have the same life view choices as I do. I have one friend who is heavily Christian, and she's like, well, I don't agree with it, but she's like, it's your life. I'm not going to tell you what you can and cannot do. I'm not going to sit here and call you a horrible person for it. You are you, and you're an amazing person who I love. I don't care about your I don't care about what you personally do in your bedroom. I don't care what you do in your love life as long as you're happy. Just because my God doesn't agree with your belief doesn't mean we can't be friends. And those are the kind of people that I enjoy being around, the ones that are very open-minded and don't always stick to the, well, you have to be. And that gives me hope that there are more people out there who are that way. Her dad's even like, they may not be Christian, they may not do this. I may not want to be gay myself, but you hurt them and you're going to see how hard I can smack you with the Bible. Literally. And that's Kelly's dad, by the way. He's an amazing guy. And this is one of those few people that I will be respectful for, and around him, I do not swear. I will. But that's just my preference. I don't care about your preference. Hey, look, I'm demonetized. Wait, I've already been. I would normally share out links and have people come on too, but not today, especially after a few trolling incidents with Logan, which was a little funny but sad. And I hope he gets his other streaming channel working. Honestly, I think the most important thing is we all stand together in the end. We all stand united against the hate and bigotry and just realize that we're human. I say show. That is the best comment I have seen. And I agree with you. As your father would say, lady, um, would say, if you don't approve of gay sex, don't have gay sex. I agree. Um, so I agree with that one. If you don't agree with something, just don't do it. I mean, if you don't like something, don't watch it. If you have constructive criticism, please tell me. But if you're gonna be an asshole, fuck off.
You fuck off. You suck.
Well, you too, dear. They are just being playful, and that's the upside. And like I said, I already know I'm not monetized. I'm not advertiser friendly. I have 100 people who watch my stuff, which thank you. Personally, that is
We need to get back
awesome.
into drunken heathen.
And yes, we actually do need to get back into being drunk on camera. Hopefully, with the move and getting everything situated, we can. I mean, yes, I'm getting a second job. I put in so many applications. I may be at a gas station soon again, which means extra income, disposable stuff that most of it's being saved, but we can splurge $20 on 20 different beers. That should be fun. Let's see how long Loki's liver lasts. Um, I do miss doing Drunken Heathen. I do miss taking ideas from people to say, hey, try this liquor or try this booze. Or, yeah, we tried a lot and we need to get back into doing that because it's actually a very fun thing. And with at least a Mac functioning, I can use that. I just got to make sure I hook that Google email up to me now again. Um, first live. Okay, I will promise this one. When we move, we will do a Drunken Heathen, and I will link it. When we do this, I will link it from my channel, from my Twitter, and all that fun stuff. That was Soren's hiccups. And we will do a drinking game with ghosts. I don't know how that's gonna work. I think we can download or get a one of those fun little spirit box apps or things.
Man, those aren't even worth
Or just buying a spirit box or just doing something fun to see what the hell happens, you know, having candles out and getting drunk. And it's probably not the smartest idea. No, I will probably never live stream a Ouija board or a spirit board session for very good reasons. Because I think that's a bit of a violation to the spirit if they're not willing. I know you do. But we'll find out. We'll do something. And if it is buying one of those cheesy little ghost box things or downloading one of those cheesy stupid apps for it, we'll freaking do it and we'll live it and I will link people into it. But the number one rule is you have to be drinking beer or type of liquor. Or you can be our designated driver and be the one going, guys, calm down. Guys, no. Okay, screw it, do it. So we have had people in the past who come in as our designated drivers that didn't drink, and we're just pretty much trying to keep us from being total fuck faces. Yes, fuck faces. On the stream, which that was actually kind of funny. But we sometimes do try to do serious talk when we're drunk, and that normally never ends well for us because we're stupid.
I'm never drinking wine again.
We're never drinking that much wine again. We both had like 2 bottles to ourselves, and that was probably the worst decision of my life. And the coolest hangover of my life. Because it was more like a sugar hangover. Oh, a salmon one. Ooh, I may have to look into that. I now also have an iPad mini that I got from my mother-in-law. Yes, it is cracked. Unfortunately, it doesn't download very much, but I'm able to have Spotify on it. and Spotify puts the puppy to sleep. So it pretty much became somewhat the dog's iPad. Fun how technology becomes your animal's best friend. But we'll experiment with a few things like that to see what we can get going, and we'll definitely, as soon as we get to the new place, even if we don't have everything set up, we'll set up the Mac and the internet and go for it. That should be fun. Then we'll have Jess with us, so
What?
the new place we'll see if Jess wants to join. Can be fun. So that's something to look forward to. And if that is the big problem with this apartment, is that's the problem why they can't rent it out and why they have it so low, then yeah, that would be fun.
Wait, what?
I found out by talking to the realtor about that condo, why it's so low compared to the other ones.
Why?
They can't keep tenants in it.
Why?
They can't disperse that information. What do you think?
Oh.
Why would they drop it over $1,000
Interesting.
just to get people in there?
You know what?
Yeah.
Good idea.
So someone's looking forward to it too. Yeah, I found out via today. Actually, the phone call woke me up. Miss, I sleep with headphones in, earplugs in. So that was a fun talk. But they told me they would probably still be on market by the time we get everything saved up. And I'm looking forward to this. And hopefully it will be fun and we can realize that we're dorks. But that also means that that place is going to have a few more spells done in it to maintain things. And that will give me more time. And this gives me more time to write up, find, and log some of the spells and maybe share some of them with you guys. Because that means I can get my spell of the week segment going back up again. Which after the chaoticness of next week with the inspection and everything, I will be going back to a normal schedule. Hopefully I'll be able to be doing my videos, having them posted, and not be a chaotic mess. Because mental health and your self-preservation is always key and the first thing you should always worry about. It should be fun, and I'm excited to do this move in my life and everything with you guys involved, because I think it's a good thing to keep your community and your friends and your viewers who appreciate you and enjoy picking on you involved, because it's part of life. And I have found some of my best friends on the internet. And I mean, that goes for Dorian and Hellbound. I mean, these guys are phenomenal. Mad Witch, whenever I do talk to him, he's normally a very supportive guy. Zabora, Star Dancer, everyone. You guys have been nothing but a great, open, and kind community. And I mean, hell, I met Soren online. Yeah, that was kind of fun. And now I'm engaged to them, and we've lived together for what? 6-7 years almost. A little. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 5 years.
More like 4.5.
4.5, almost 5. So for me, it's one of those things of the internet has opened us up to a lot of different people. Last I talked to Mad Witch, he was doing decent. Dealing with his own stress and kid stuff and just the normal drama with everyday life, and he's been very incognito. So, I mean, as you all know, he hasn't posted anything on his channel, hasn't really posted anything on his Twitter. But last time I talked to him, he's just been dealing with life and getting better. And that's the important part, is getting better. And ow. All I can do is send out positive vibes to him and to everyone. And because I love everyone and I would hate to lose any of you. And with last month being Mental Health Awareness Month, I really think mental health awareness should be more than just a month. It should be our whole lives, because, well, some people, they don't live with it for just a month. But with the support of people that like you guys on here to talk with, and with the support of people on Twitter who aren't doucheboxes, and even the ones on Tumblr who are good people, you guys have all been phenomenal in my life, and I'm happy for that. That is the sweet thing. Dara posted, Star is awesome. I love her, Lady, and everyone as well. You are awesome as well, Loki. Thank you. You are a sweetheart. One thing I have noticed with the streams, now if you watch somebody's live stream after they've recorded it and posted it, the live chat is now on the side, so people can actually read that too. That is probably one of the few positive changes of YouTube. Yes, that is true. Everyone is dealing with something. And as long as we keep ourselves in mind when it comes to those things, I think we can help ourselves and we can help others. And I'm glad that I have everyone. I'm glad that we have the support system. If something is wrong, I can go to one of the guys on Twitter and say, hey, I'm having a rough day. I can't do this. And I will normally get a PM or a message from one of them asking me what's going on. And I can talk to them about it. Or I get Facebook messaging from Zabora, and we talk about things. And half of it is joking around and laughing and talking about the trolls that seem to focus on insulting people on their looks, or think that it's okay to pick on people or claim somebody doesn't have knowledge when they do, or call them mean-spirited names because they can't think of anything else. I mean, I know hobbits, well, short people that consider themselves hobbits exist, and I know hunchbacks used to exist. And some people do have the hunchback problem still. But Zabora is neither of those things. So to the person who called her that, you just don't have a life. But I'm glad that I have you all. I'm repeating myself. I apologize. And I thank you for the ones who came to pick on me this lovely Friday night, and seeing that it's 9 o'clock and we need to grab something for dinner because Soren's awake, and we need to at least take Puppy outside, whether he likes it or not, and just stop getting him all mopey. Zabora is funny. Zabora is one of the people that I am so thankful I've met. She does make me laugh. She sometimes makes me go, Zeno. I mean, everyone's great, and I mean, even Witchy Jim, when I talk with him, he makes me smile. He gives some of the best jokes and comments and satire that I've seen when he's on with me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone's words, and I appreciate everyone's satire and everybody's sarcasm too. I'm a big fan of sarcasm. And it makes me smile when I see other people that understand the sarcasm and that post sarcasm. So to me, I love and appreciate you all. And I want to let you guys know that. And I will talk with you later. And I want you all to have a great evening, a safe weekend. I'm a cheesy motherfucker. And blessed be. At sword saying blessed be in cat.